I beat her to the punch, but just a reference to something she started talking about, which is epic.
And that's the sad part. The reptilians use the 3D matrix to control the humans against the original idea, which was to use the matrix 3D to control the reptilians. And some of the reptiles forgot, and some of them didn't forget. And they kept looking for the hidden technology, the technology that was taken away basically from them, and they kept looking the material and the relics. One of the reasons why the Nazis kept being very interested in all this hidden technology and the Ark of the Covenant, for example, which, by the way...
You gotta be kidding me. I'm just saying, I beat her to the punch, putting it together. She talks directly with the Pleiadians, but I'm just trying to show people that all of this is interconnected. All those crazy things in the world that we can't explain. Everything from Hitler and the Nazis to the sinking of the Titanic to the pyramids, it's all got to do with the Pleiadians and the Orion group, or the reptilians. But of all the things for her to quote, oh, this will go back to the Ark of the Covenant, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I will make the video about that as well.
So I can't wait to hear what they have to say about this. So Ra said Yahweh never gave the Ark of the Covenant to Moses.
I don't know if this question will result in any useful information, but I feel that I must ask it. What was the Ark of the Covenant, and what was its use? Answer, I am Ra. The Ark of the Covenant was that place wherein those things most holy, according to the understanding of the one called Mish, were placed. The article placed therein has been called by your peoples 2 tablets called the 10 Commandments. There were not 2 tablets. There was one writing in scroll. This was placed along with the most carefully written accounts by various entities of their beliefs concerning the creation by the one Creator. This ark was designed to constitute the place from the priests, as you call those distorted towards the desire to serve their brothers, could draw their power and feel the presence of the one Creator. However, it is to be noted that this entire arrangement was designed, not by the one known to the Confederation as Yahweh, but rather was designed by negative entities preferring this method of creating an elite called the Sons of Levi.
It was the negative reptiles. Like, wow. And again, with them, it was the reptiles that were hunting the relics. And I had watched a show. I'd actually downloaded it. It was Eric Daniken. It's from Gaia here.
Earthly mysteries within the Bible is the Ark of the Covenant. Okay,
so this is, I guess, top chat replay from Gaia.com. I was going to work it into a later show, but I'm going to give you guys an overview of, again, just Earth people putting their side of events together with the Ark of the Covenant using Eric Daniken.
A device described as having great powers, emitting an energy source, resulting in the poisoning of those in its vicinity, ultimately leading to death. A similar description to that of radiation poisoning, in correlation to modern nuclear reactor technology. Could the Ark be a nuclear device within the ancient past?
Question 60.18. Questioner, was this a device for communication then? You also said that they drew power from it. What sort of power? How did this work? Answer, I am Ra. This was charged by means of the materials with which it was built being given an electromagnetic field. It became an object of power in this way, and to those whose faith became that untarnished by unrighteousness or separation, this power designed for negativity became positive, and is so to those truly in harmony with the experience of service, to this day. Thus the negative forces were partially successful, but the positively oriented Mish, as this entity was called, gave to your planetary peoples the possibility of a path to the one infinite Creator which is completely positive. This is in common with each of your orthodox religious systems, which have all become somewhat mixed in orientation, yet offer a pure path to the one Creator which is seen by the pure seeker.
It was a communication device, and Eric Daniken, I highly doubt, has looked up the law of one, but it's some radioactive plutonium thing might have fallen from the sky. All the reptilians' technology was destroyed, quote unquote, from the Pleiadians, but there were remnants around the Earth. So all that rhetoric people have been reading in the Bible, I told you, history is written by the victors. Oh, it came from God. Do you not see it? People were dying all over the place. It's documented. Fingernails falling out. Oh, it's because they're unrighteous. It's because it never came from God and it was radioactive. You had it coming to you. It's the best way I can tell people. And I'm sure the Palladians are not going to tell any different of a story. And again, for the record, Ra has said Yahweh had nothing to do with this. If Yahweh was a more spiritual being, it's evident in the Bible that he was more so than Jehovah, but neither were God. Yahweh is a seventh density being, another seventh density searing. So they're setting the record straight now, which is so incredible. Like I said, I'm blown away by how much these videos all stumble across my lap. Look here, look here. It's my guardian. My light bulb above my head's been flashing all day for some reason. It's just telling me to do something, but I'll finish the thing with Fukushima. If you guys have seen, it got hit by another hurricane or tsunami or something. All the bags of crap they had stored just got sucked out into the ocean yet again. The cesium that's contained in there, it's a destroyer of worlds. And what bothers me is the world is petrified of first contact. You know, everybody's thinking, believing now the government's going into starvation mode, and the Palladians are very clear. Everything happening, guys, it's not Planet X. It's your own world leaders. It's your own satellites up in space. And I showed you guys Lyndon B. Johnson telling, you know, the alumni, we're going to build satellites that can control the weather.
And that message calls for new frontiers, new vision. It calls for us taking the steps now that will make us no longer second in space and in science.
There's a reason they want Göbekli Tepe destroyed. There's a reason you never hear about this, about that. The Vatican is gone. It's finished. But the source of all evil on earth was the Ark of the Covenant, because in that time, I told you guys, the Matrix has been around for 12,500 years, 10,500 years before Jesus ever walked the earth. It's all a construct. So the Matrix program was running back in this day and age. They were just simple people, do you see? But absolute power corrupts absolutely. And the beauty of the Bible is it's half truth, half lies. You can pick and choose. But you see, it's all in there. When you get the truth of everything, you can look at it. You'll realize that they've changed things and there was a bias. They're trying to justify God being angry, and this, it had nothing to do with anything. You broke the rules of heaven and hell, per se, with your free will. At the time, it was innocent. I mean, people who